Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy O.N.E. once again bringing you 60 seconds of substance. Today we're coming out of the book of Psalm, chapter 95, verses 6 through 11, talking about a call to worship and obedience. Oh, come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker, for he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture and the sheep of his hand. Today, if you will hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as in the rebellion, as in the day of trial in the wilderness, when your fathers tested me. They tried me, though they saw my work. For 40 years I grieved with that generation, and said, it is a people who go astray in their hearts, and they do not know my ways. So I swore in my wrath, they shall not enter my rest. And so what you see here is Israel not believing in the work of God. They saw that God already had brought them out of Egypt, but then they got into the wilderness and they got to doubt, and their hearts began to stray away from God. And so they began to rebel. In fact, some of them felt like it'd probably be better to go back to Egypt than to go to a promised land that they knew nothing about. If you look at, today's day and age, we see the workings of God, but yet we still choose, some of us, to not believe, or we will have some doubts. Like we see that, God is working, but we feel like maybe they're only working for this person or that person. That he won't do it for me. Even if God has done stuff for us, it's like, well, he hasn't done nothing for me lately, so I don't feel like he's still there. And so our hearts begin to stray. And so what the scripture is saying is that, look, when your heart begins to stray and you're far from God, that's like, well, you're not acknowledging his ways, and you don't know him, and you don't know his ways, and then you're not obedient to his ways. And so when that happens, you begin to become restless, right? Because you're always a busybody. You're moving, you're trying to do this, you're trying to figure that out, right? And so what the scripture here is saying, and what it's telling us, is that, look, straying hearts won't find God's rest. And that rest is what that promised land was, the land flowing with milk and honey. So if you want to find that rest, rest in God. That's your 60 seconds of substance. And remember, God is inspirational substance. Shalom.